Alright, hey, what's up, you guys? I'm back on Mars, finally, after, like, how many months? The last time I uploaded a video was in, like, April. But today I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on Dragon Ball FighterZ, bro. Now, when Dragon Ball FighterZ first was announced, I couldn't believe my eyes. I was playing Hyper DBZ so much before Dragon Ball FighterZ was even announced. And it's as if a miracle happened, and now we're getting a freaking Dragon Ball game that is exactly like, it's a 2D fighter. It looks freaking fantastic, and the gameplay is so solid. The characters have a lot of depth in them, and it's just too good to be true, in my opinion, bro. So my opinions on the game. It looks really cool. I'm definitely gonna pick it up and play it on my channel. And I wanted to talk about some people's opinions on Dragon Ball FighterZ, specifically the Xenoverse community. Well, not all of the Xenoverse community, but specifically the Xeno nerds. And this might offend a lot of people, but I'm just gonna say this, bro. Whoever says that Dragon Ball FighterZ is not gonna be a good game just because it's a 2D fighting game, do you even know? Have you even played a 2D fighting game ever in your life if you said that? Some people say, oh, it's an arcade game, that's why I won't get it. And I respect that, because it kind of does look like an arcade game. It kind of is an arcade game in the sense, but the only reason I'm getting this for $60, and I probably will be getting it when it comes out, is because of the fact it's just such a breath of fresh air. Like, Xenoverse 2, it was successful for like a couple of months, but it died. It died in like January, bro. And in January, Xenoverse ranked was just full of freaking scammers and cheesers. Super Saiyan Blue Goku hit. It still is filled with Super Saiyan Blue Goku. I'm gonna get on that in a second, but like, it's just so annoying when you have to fight Super Saiyan Blue Goku every time you just want to go on ranked, which was part of the reason I didn't even freaking record footage of Xenoverse 2 for this video, okay? But Dragon Ball FighterZ looks very promising, and hopefully it will give time, that's the word, for Dimps to develop maybe a Xenoverse 3, but at this point I don't really care if Xenoverse 3 comes out. I'm not really that hyped for it, unless they do some like game-changing stuff, like they add a lot of the things we've been asking for since Xenoverse 1, dude. Like, I'm just gonna say Xenoverse 2 was just Xenoverse 1.5. Like, it didn't do that much for Xenoverse, for the franchise. It didn't do that much for Xenoverse franchise because of the fact it added some features, but not so much to be called a sequel, in my opinion, bro. Like, look at like any game sequels, specifically Assassin's Creed. When Assassin's Creed 1 came out, and then Assassin's Creed 2 came out, people were like, oh my god, Assassin's Creed 2 is the best game of all time, or one of the best Assassin's Creed game of all time, because of the fact it improved on everything from the original. Dimps says they fixed the hit detection, they fixed all this stuff in Xenoverse 2, but the thing is, Dimps was just lazy in Xenoverse 2. I feel like the last DLC was just the final nail in the coffin for this game. But I've heard from Rhymestyle, by the way, I do watch Rhymestyle. I watch a lot of YouTubers like Afro Senju and Rhymestyle just to see information and stuff, and because they are pretty funny and I do like their content. I like to like see how other people think about Xenoverse, and Rhymestyle said that they are coming out with a new season for DLC and stuff in September, and I'm like, who cares? Like, I really don't care. Like, you can release as much DLC as you want, but if the core of the game doesn't live up to what it should have been, then it doesn't matter. Like, they have to do something about Super Saiyan Blue Goku. I'm not saying just take him out of the game. I'm saying, like, come on, Dimps. Like, you made him I feel like they can't even do anything about it. We're just gonna have to deal with it, okay? But for the new DLC, we better be getting some freaking, like, more outfits, more hairstyles, more stuff like that. I do not want new characters, okay? We've got so much characters in Xenoverse 2, and people only use, like, 2 to 3 characters. Like, when I go on ranked, and I fight on ranked, the number 1 character I always run into is Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Okay? That's it. This is now turning into a rant of Xenoverse 2, but I'm comparing the two games of Xenoverse 2 and Dragon Ball FighterZ because a lot of Xeno nerds, which I'm not a Xeno nerd because I understand and I actually like Dragon Ball FighterZ. I don't dismiss Dragon Ball FighterZ just for being a 2D fighting game and not being Xenoverse 3, okay? Like, it's just like, the Xeno fanboys are like, no, because it's not Xenoverse 3, and I'm like, why were you so hyped for a Xenoverse 3? Like, Xenoverse 2 died in, like, a couple of months. It died in, like, January. And the DLC 1 flopped. It was trash. Okay, Frost and Kaba, what's next? I will admit, see, what happened in DLC Pack 1 was the free DLC outweighed the paid DLC. So what was the reason to even get DLC Pack 1? Okay. It's just they add so many characters that don't really even need to be in the game. And even if they did, like, can't you just add these characters in a sequel? Like Xenoverse 3? Like, a lot of their time with DLC has just been taken up with adding new characters in the game. I'm okay with maps. I'm okay with, like, accessories, like the sand tail that doesn't move, by the way, because they were probably too caught up in making Vegito Blue and Merge Zamasu and stuff. So they were like, nah, we just have to release this. It's all a deadline. But if even if, let's say, DLC Pack 4 was, like, the best, okay? The characters, Vegito Blue and Merge Zamasu, get old in, like, a week. Because every character in Xenoverse 2 plays almost the exact same, okay? It's always XXY, or, like, triangle, like, circles, square, triangle if you're on PS4, but I'm on Xbox One, so it's always XXY, and it's like, come on, guys. Give Dragon Ball FighterZ a chance, because I feel like if it succeeds, and it probably will because there's a lot of hype for the game, we will probably see, we're gonna see a lot more games like this developed by Arc System Works with mainstream anime and stuff. If we get a My Hero Academia, a Bleach, a Hunter x Hunter, like, Arc System Works 2D fighting game of those series, bro, I will go nuts. Like, if they keep doing this, and Dragon Ball FighterZ and a sequel comes out of Dragon Ball FighterZ with Goku Black and all that, and all these Dragon Ball Super characters, then I will be, like, ecstatic, dude. Like, I will be so excited for new games, and that's how you're supposed to be. But I just was not looking for Xenoverse. I wasn't looking forward to Xenoverse 3 at all. And I feel like half of it is the reason why Bandai was like, well, we have to we might want to do like a 2D Dragon Ball fighting game, is because we need a breath of fresh air from Xenoverse 2. Xenoverse 2's critical reception, it was terrible. Like, I'm just gonna say it. It was completely terrible, bro. Like, the game died, at least on Xbox, but probably on PS4. It died in like January. The game released in October, so that's like what, 3 months? November, December, January. That's like 3 months the game was out and it died. Like, there was just so much problems with Xenoverse 2 that they just every time they patch the game, they break the game even more. Like, dimps, please. And I feel like Dragon Ball FighterZ is gonna give them time to even work on a Xenoverse 3, because if they just try to release Xenoverse 3 right now and they announced it, I would not be that happy, bro. I'm just gonna put that out there, right? I love Xenoverse. I love the Xenoverse franchise, but the reason I got Xenoverse was so I could make my own character. I didn't get it to play as like original characters. That's the reason I got Xenoverse. Xenoverse 1! I didn't get Xenoverse 1 to play as cast characters. Yeah, the original characters are good and all, but the thing is, I wanted to play as me, or any other character I thought of in my head, and put it on Xenoverse. I didn't want to freaking, let me play as Vegito on Xenoverse 1. Let me play as Super Saiyan Blue Goku on Xenoverse 2. So what they should have done with Xenoverse 2 is focus more on your character. Instead, they did the complete opposite and was like, dude, let's make Raging Blast. Let's make like a Budokai Tenkaichi-esque game. And that's not what Xenoverse really is. It follows that formula to a certain extent, but it's more about your CAC, your created character. It isn't about all these original characters, dude. And with that, I'm just gonna say they focus way too much with the DLC on the characters, and hopefully with this DLC they add like, they better add like clothing and accessories and stuff that they want me to even spend a dime on that new DLC. Because if it's just new characters, I'm not gonna be that hype, honestly. I might just buy it to show it off to you guys, but they will die, and like the characters will stop being used in like a week. Okay, when that DLC releases on it always releases on Tuesday. At the end of the week, or in the like next few weeks, the characters will be gone. You won't see the characters being used. And with Dragon Ball FighterZ, it's a 3v3 2D fighting game, bro. And it's like complete and utter chaos. Like, you have to be good at 3 characters. Make your own team that fit your playstyle, and actually just, like, it takes way more skill than just pressing 2 buttons, like pressing a button chain and making a combo out of that. And it looks way better too, because Dragon Ball FighterZ looks completely 100% like the anime and the manga. Like, Xenoverse looks like the anime, but it's way too shiny. If anything, Raging Blast series, the Raging Blast 1 looks more like the anime in my opinion than Xenoverse 2 ever was, or Xenoverse ever was, because Xenoverse is just too shiny, bro. But overall, my final thoughts on Dragon Ball FighterZ, I'm super hyped for it, bro. I'm super hyped for it, guys. I've been sort of being like, what if a mainstream Dragon Ball game came out and a miracle, bro? I was so hyped. Like every time I see another gameplay of Dragon Ball FighterZ, I immediately get hyped because I'm like, this is going to be so amazing. No longer will we see people like use Super Saiyan Blue Goku and abuse his character and use it way too much on rank. We're not going to be seeing any of that. People are going to be spread out using different characters. They're making sure that every character's balanced, so nobody will be like, oh, this character's OP. No, every character is balanced. Every character has their own weakness, so their own drawbacks, but they also have their advantages to tag team play. My next characters that I would really like to be in Dragon Ball FighterZ, this is just my opinion, Yamcha, Goku. No, Goku's already in. What? Okay, Yamcha, Tien, and Master Roshi, just because of the fact they would work very well in a tag team setting, because Yamcha has Spirit Ball and he can, like, in a 2D fighting sense, like Krillin's Scatter Kamehameha in 2D is just amazing, but like that Spirit Ball, if you can control that and it's like a assist move, or if you can just control that and it's an ultimate, that's going to be freaking amazing, bro. Tien's Neo Tri-Beam and Master Roshi's Turtle Style Last Resort, or even Mafuba, I don't even know how that's gonna work, or Evil Containment Wave. I don't know how that's all gonna work, but I really want to see how they play, and that's why I want them in the game. All the Dragon Ball, like, I feel like we need Hit in this game. We need Rose Goku Black, obviously, because he's very popular, and I like him. Zamasu, no. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all the characters I want in there now. I really just say a lot, but that's all the characters I want for now. I'm satisfied with the game. I would probably pick it up. Like, I would probably pick it up. I would want there to be more characters, though, to be honest with you. Yeah, pretty much. Those are my final thoughts on Dragon Ball FighterZ. I'm very hyped for the game. I'm gonna pick it up, $60, full price, guys. I was kind of a little bit swayed. Why is this 60 bucks? But it deserves it, I guess, because there's a lot of depth in the characters. I already see. There's a lot of like intricate details. The detail in the characters is amazing, and how they all play in a tag team setting, and how they all fit together, and how they all interact with each other is, oh my god. There's like, I watched this one gameplay, right, of Krillin in 18 just attacking, like, one of 18's ultimate moves, where she like gets together with 17 and they attack their opponent. Instead, when you have Krillin on your team, they get together as husband and wife and they attack the enemy, and I was like, oh my god, Arc System works. They must be fans or something of the series, because that's just amazing, bro. Like, so for all the Xeno like nerds who say, or the Xeno fanboys, I'm gonna stop calling them nerds, but for all the Xeno fanboys who are like, oh, this game is gonna be bad because it's not Xenoverse, it doesn't have like created characters. It's not supposed to. It's not supposed to have created characters at all. It's a 2D fighting game. Like, people are still on that, oh, does it have created characters and stuff? No, it's a 2D fighting game. Why would it have created characters? It's all about the original characters. A game about the original characters. Xenoverse 3, dimps, don't focus on the original characters, because that's what killed Xenoverse 2. So those are my final thoughts on Dragon Ball FighterZ. I just wanted to upload this video because I haven't uploaded in a really long time, and Dragon Ball FighterZ is an interesting topic that I thought you guys would want to hear about it and hear my thoughts on it. I've been sleeping under a rock. I would be sleeping under a rock if I never heard about Dragon Ball FighterZ. So I just wanted to clarify that I liked the game, and all the negative feedback towards it's not precedented, dude. Like, think about like how good the Budokai series was. Budokai was 2.5D or something like that. Like, Budokai was like almost Tekken-like, and people still love those games. So my overall message is to just give this game a chance, okay? Give this game a chance. You don't have to be hyped for it, but stop hating on this game just because it's not Xenoverse 3, okay? I wasn't even gonna be that hyped for Xenoverse 3 anyway, just because I feel like Dimps needs way more time to rethink their strategy when making a Xenoverse 3, because Xenoverse 2 was an absolute. It did get them a lot of sales, but opinion-wise, the game just got old and stale after 3 months in January. Just horrible. I uploaded a video about it. If you want to go check it out, the link is right here in the card section or notification section of the video. You'll see it, guys. But that's overall my opinion on Dragon Ball FighterZ. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to rate, like, comment, subscribe, and peace.